Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu unserem Livestream vom EAA AirVenture 2026 in Oshkosh in Wisconsin. Ich bin Thomas Borchert vom Fliegermagazin und wir sind zu Gast bei ForeFlight, dem Anbieter der Navigations-App, die ihr sicher alle kennt. Neben mir sitzt James Decker, mit dem wollen wir über die neuesten Features reden. Er hat ein paar sehr coole Sachen mitgebracht, aber er spricht halt nur Englisch und deshalb wechseln wir jetzt auf Englisch. Hi James,
Hi,
thanks for being on the live stream.
My pleasure.
So we're going to talk about the app and the new stuff you're bringing into it. But maybe first of all, for the first time in Oshkosh, and I believe you didn't do it at Aero either, you're branded as ForeFlight. What's the background to this?
Well, the new brand really speaks to us bringing the two companies together. When we were part of Boeing, Jeppesen was acquired in the early 2000s. ForeFlight was acquired in 2018, and we operated and collaborated inside of Boeing for a long time. Mm-hmm. But now, with us separating fully from Boeing as an independent company, we're really working much more closely. And you'll see some of the things that we've done in the app that are a direct result of teams just fundamentally collaborating better.
Right.
And we believe that bringing, Jeppesen's legacy and strength in data and a number of things with ForeFlight's usability and customer-centric capabilities is just a incredible, powerful capability that we're excited about.
Yes. Okay.
And the logo, I don't know if folks know, but the logo takes the legacy Jeppesen logo, which had these three sail elements, and the ForeFlight, what we called the compass rose, and brought them together. So it really is kind of a fully integrated story of a team kind of committed to making aviation a better place.
Yes. Yeah, I see. Well, shall we have a look at what's new in the app?
Absolutely.
One of the things I'm aware of, and that maybe many viewers are aware of, is that you just recently announced dynamic procedures for Europe.
Finally,
is that something we can start with?
Absolutely. So really excited.
So maybe you tell us what it is.
Well, the idea, I think, is that charts have been, paper charts originally, and even charts now digitally are a static source of information. There's more information presented to you than you often need, and the ability for us to take data and surface it right when you need it, allow you to customize it and show exactly what you need, presents just a lot more flexibility. It changes a lot of the ways you brief, and this is probably the first example of Jeppesen and ForeFlight really working very closely. Is it's all powered by Jeppesen data. The Jeppesen chart, which has been a standard in commercial aviation for so long, is a result of a lot of human factors research and experience and understanding what a better briefing looks like. And we've taken all that and we've put it into essentially a data-driven. And I'm happy to.
Yeah, and what I think is what's so neat about it is that, as you said, I mean, we're used to the paper paradigm, right? So we're still kind of just digitizing paper charts and then represent them on an iPad, which is not really the cool way to deal with the data.
No, but it's the way it's been done for for years.
And it's the way we're used to. So
and I think this represents the future. And if you'll hold on.
Yeah, of course. I hold your microphone, and then you can operate the iPad.
Just for everyone, the way that you will access dynamic procedures is we have our standard flight plan drawer. And inside the flight plan drawer, there's a procedure button. We call this the procedure advisor. And so if you select a procedure, which I've already done, and load it into the flight plan, what you get is you'll get the plate, the standard plate. Folks are very comfortable using the standard briefing plate. And we presented it to them, both so that they can get comfortable in using the new format, but also to double check and make sure
Right.
everything's accurate. But what you'll get, most notably, is on the right-hand side, you get this new dynamic procedures side panel. And what it allows you to do now is go through the briefing. When I've selected this approach, you can see basically it's going to have all the information I need, top to bottom, in a briefing, and a much more clean, powerful way. The NOTAMs are presented, so you can see them right in line.
There aren't any at this time in Lübeck.
No. And so as you go through and do the brief, again, it follows a very similar format to the Jeppesen format. All the notes are right here in front of you. You don't have to search around for them. And then a very clear route that you're taking that has been mimicked on the map. So you have the direct line here, but then you have it actually already planned as part of your flight plan. So when you transition to the approach, it's already mapped out with all the information here.
Right.
So it exists in two places.
And will that show your actual current position when you fly the approach on that list?
Not on the list itself, but you'll see it on the map.
Right.
Here.
Okay.
And as it'll follow the route lines as you check them off.
Right. Yeah.
Because we selected the ILS, one of the things that's common on an ILS plate, not this one, is you'll also get the localizer approach with a different decision altitude.
Right.
You've selected just what you need. So you won't see any superfluous or any unnecessary information related to the approach other than what is here.
Right.
One of my favorite features is you actually have a 3D view at the bottom of the approach, what it will look like at your decision altitude, so you can understand and you can maximize that. You also can do it at night, and what it will show you, and you can see you're actually going to arrive at the decision altitude on glide slope below the visual reference here, and it represents that for you clearly. You can see as you pull this up and down, it changes
how the lights change on the VASI.
So it really gives you a level of awareness you could never get with a standard plate.
Yes.
And then at the bottom you see we have the missed approach instructions clearly labeled, so you can brief the approach. We think this will make you a more efficient at briefing and basically make instrument flying that much easier. And to the point where I've now been flying with dynamic procedures for quite a while here in the US. I will open the procedure and I will actually start, I'll make sure that the plate information matches. And then I'll just immediately hide the plate. And now I'll just run the briefing from here, and now you can see and just follow the approach through this.
Legally speaking, do you still need to have the actual plate, or is the information that you have in the sidebar sufficient?
I can only
speak to the
regulations
US.
in the US. You do not. They do not explicitly say you need the plate. They say you need the information. We purposely defaulted the plate so that you have that to rely on. I think it helps with transitioning to this new way of briefing, and I also think it kind of covers you, for lack of a better term, in terms of the regulatory requirements. But I find I'm more efficient at briefing. It's very convenient. I can always simply hide on the right-hand side by just clicking the top, the brief, and so I've got it fully briefed. I can just fly it this way. I can pull it back up if I need to be reminded of certain elements of it. And again, all of the information's here. It's just a level of awareness that you just don't get with plates.
Really nice. I like the depiction as well, the depiction of the approach that you showed us earlier down there.
The team worked really hard on developing something that we thought would be really useful and very clear. And this is, I think, one of the strengths of ForeFlight is working really hard to make it
What if you select a visual approach? Will it still show the sidebar?
No, it does not. This is only for instrument procedures, So it does include instrument departures, and it does include...
Oh, instrument departures even, okay.
It does, yes. And we do have today in the app a way to, not for specific visual approaches, but to enter, like for traffic pattern entry and things like that you can overlay the map.
Yes, the other question is, as most will know, ForeFlight has different subscription tiers, I shall call them. So, what kind of subscription do you need for this to have it?
So, in order for it to have the dynamic procedures, you need the middle tier, which is essential, or the premium. So the top two tiers.
So essential or premium.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
And the lowest one is it basic?
Starter now.
Starter.
We call it starter, yes.
So it's starter, essential, and premium.
Correct.
And for essential and premium, it's included.
Correct, and we recommend just generally for broadly that essential is really what for instrument flying.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. And that's for all airports in Europe that have an instrument approach.
Correct.
This
Correct.
is
Yes.
available.
Yes, that's why it took us. We announced this in the U.S. last summer, I think, just before Osh.
Right.
And so yes, we've been working on making sure we've got really good coverage. in
Right.
Europe, so.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Cool.
All right.
And briefly in German. Wenn irgendwelche Fragen auftauchen, fühlt euch frei, sie hier zu stellen im Livestream. Wir werden sie dann gleich beantworten. Wir sehen das hier. Schaut mal, wenn ihr Fragen habt. Okay?
Great. Would you like to talk about NOTAMs?
Well, always, right?
Yeah. Everybody loves NOTAMs.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the NOTAM system is probably as broken in the US as it is in Germany.
I wouldn't say broken. I would say it's challenged in many ways. But we are introducing this year a new capability called Clear NOTAMs. And Clear NOTAMs and a number of other changes to the way you interact with NOTAMs in ForeFlight that makes it much, much easier. We like to believe we've kind of solved NOTAMs finally, but let me show you some of these capabilities that are. So let's pull up
Hamburg.
Well, let's go to the. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Let's
to the
go
details.
Thank you.
Yes.
Full screen. Okay, so we're at Hamburg, and now I have the NOTAM tab.
Right.
Folks listening right now will not see this in the app yet. This comes in the next release. We're previewing it here at Oshkosh. So come next week when it gets updated, they will see it. But first, let me show you the changes we've made that are available to everybody. And largely that's in basically understanding and sorting NOTAMs. And so now we've added a few different capabilities here. The first is this filter. And the filter now provides you a way to go through and really narrow down the type of NOTAMs that you want to see for your specific flight. And
so in Germany, for example, the obstacles filter there would probably do away with all those new wind farm erected.
Correct. So if you are comfortable, you can turn off. We will get no obstacle NOTAMs now when we're looking at the airport.
Right.
You can do by distance, right? So local or regional, and you can see here just by deselecting the regional NOTAMs that may not be relevant to you, we've narrowed down the number of NOTAMs you're looking at. You can also do it by activation time. So if you're flying later today and don't care about NOTAMs a week from today, you can basically just set this down, or you're flying tomorrow.
24 hours, yes.
Correct. And then really one of the biggest improvements here, and this is the one piece that's not available to all users, is going to be the Clear NOTAM. And what Clear NOTAMs is we've taken the NOTAMs and we've built an artificial intelligence tool that reads the NOTAMs, interprets the NOTAMs, and is basically understands the NOTAMs. And we've spent a lot of time training it. It's very complicated, but taking it and making it what we'd say in plain English, but simpler, language that you would understand relative to the right. And so what this allows inside the filters is the ability now to choose which I see first. If you're not comfortable and you want the raw NOTAMs to begin with, you can go through and do that. If you see a NOTAM that doesn't make sense, you can see the interpretation for it. It makes it a lot easier, or you can default it there. So we're giving people the ability to both build trust with this capability and understand.
Very nice.
So these are all the filters, and so we can close that. We also now have the ability to sort by category, when it was updated, other things. I prefer category. I find that it's very simple and easy that way. And then lastly, you can pin a NOTAM. So if you want to pin a specific NOTAM, one of them looks interesting, you want to make sure you reference it, you can pin it, it'll arrive up in the top here. You can just look at your pin NOTAMs, and it does that. Here within the NOTAMs, so this one we've chosen to pin, not very long, but let me find one. I think so here's a longer NOTAM. That, it's just inefficient. It takes some skill to, and ultimately we just don't want to miss a NOTAM. And if you do catch a NOTAM, it's important, you understand what it says, and so we've used this to simplify it.
And if you pin a NOTAM and it expires, will it just vanish, or?
I believe it just vanishes.
I
believe it just vanishes. This exists anywhere you're looking at a NOTAM. So if I came over to here on, if I came into the flight plan drawer and I tapped on, let's see, this is our departure airport, but I wanted to view the NOTAMs at the departure
Right.
airport. You get the same basic.
You get the clear NOTAMs as well.
Correct.
And the clear NOTAMs you said are available for which tier?
So that'll be in the premium.
In the
tier,
premium.
Right? So everyone will get access to filtering and sorting and being able to understand NOTAMs.
Right.
But for the actual clear NOTAM
Yeah,
interpretation,
makes
it'll be the
sense.
premium
Yeah,
only.
that's very neat.
It also works on graphical NOTAMs.
Right.
So let's make sure those are turned on. We do. Let's find.
There are some up there.
Here we
The
go.
yellow ones, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, these.
Yep. Now press too long, I guess.
I did. There we go.
There it is.
And here we go. So it shows these are scheduled exercises.
Right.
It explains it fairly straightfortght.
Right,
And
and
here
the
you go.
source is
And
much less.
Much longer. It also includes the geography, which we've
Right.
extracted into the drawing here.
Right.
And so all of that makes it.
Right.
simpler.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very
Um,
good.
Other thing, just to mention on NOTAMs, this has been available for a while now, but I think we've got some feedback, particularly in Europe, about being able to change the time of graphical NOTAMs. So right now, this is only showing NOTAMs that show up in 2 hours. You may not care, and if this is activated outside of your flight time,
Yep.
so you can now come into the NOTAM settings and select how far out you want to see those
Right.
NOTAMs and some other selections here. to
Right.
Make that a little bit easier.
Yes.
So
Yeah. But there's no altitude filter
there's
yet.
Not yet. There's no altitude.
Right.
filter
But
yet.
you're probably working on that.
Yes. It's on the roadmap.
I mean, the good thing is that you're doing updates so frequently, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Right. That's very neat.
any questions on the NOTAMs?
No,
Okay.
not so far, and there's no questions online, so I guess we explained it well.
Okay. Perfect. Very good.
All right.
So one other thing I did want to hear, Bubbler.
Right.
Let me talk about just quickly enhanced airports. So back to the notion of us working together, and I didn't quite zoom in on this earlier, but if you come into an airport, what you'll see, if you zoom in now at the airport level, you'll see there's a lot more information about the runway.
Those yellow lines are certainly new.
Runway, those are all taxiway.
Right.
Gates for
Right.
airports. All kinds of more detailed threshold markings. Everything now.
Right.
And this has been a staple you can imagine. So Jeppesen, particularly, their products that they sell to commercial aviation and commercial airlines. We've taken that whole data set and so now when people zoom in on these airports, you're going to see a lot more detail. It's going to make taxiing around particularly larger airports a lot easier.
Right. Did you change the background chart map in any way in addition to that?
No. This is just so. These exist if you've used our layers. If you have your VFR layer turned on, you will be able to see all of that detail.
Right. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes.
And as you say, I mean, it makes it so much easier, right, to get around more complex airports.
Yes. So.
Right.
Another thing while we're talking about Jeppesen, so we just kicked off a special on Jeppesen charts. So in Europe, you'll get up to 67% off of Jeppesen IFR and VFR charts.
67.
67%.
How do you do that? It's just a special that you get on the website?
Absolutely, yes. So it's not just a show special. You don't have to be here at Osh to do it, but a lot of people have been taking advantage of it. But we think a lot of the Europeans will love. It's a pretty significant, more than €300 discount on those charts. So it's going to be really exciting. So,
and in Europe, I mean, people keep asking us at the magazine also, what's the advantages of paying for the Jeppesen charts rather than using the free charts that come with it on the IFR side, and especially in Europe where countries are smaller than in the US. You get a different look to the charts whenever you change into another country. I mean, they are standardized by ICAO, but they are not that standardized.
Correct. Everybody.
And with Jeppesen, you have the same look, the same information, always in the same place in the plates, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot more information in the plates.
True.
All the human factors research that went into how pilots fly and how they, I can tell you candidly when I'm on, when I'm at the final approach fix, and I'm really focused, I can't do simple math. And the Jeppesen charts will often have descent rates calculated for you, other information, based on your ground speed that you just don't get in a typical government chart.
Yes.
So I think there's massive benefits to the charting.
I agree.
So.
Yes, I agree. There is a comment here from Florian. He says, and I'm trying to bring this in. Yes, there it is. The new feature that allows us to view future NOTAMs is a real game changer. They use it for drone ops. Okay, to scan for drone operations.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. We have a lot of drone NOTAMs these days.
And that's of course much better if you can look out farther into the future. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for that. Thank you, Florian. If there's any other questions, feel free. What else should we talk about?
Well, one of the other features.
Not that this is not enough.
No. And I will, I will say, and hopefully a lot of the folks listening will go check out kind of what's happening at Osh.
Right.
Our next release is next week, so they won't see clear NOTAMs in their application today.
Right.
They will see it next week when it releases. But we have brought so many things to this is the most we've ever brought to Osh.
Right.
And so there's plenty we haven't even talked about. And I think it'll be really exciting for folks to get engaged and let us know what they think about a lot of these things. But one of the things we did launch a while ago, which folks may have missed, is this GPS cross-check feature. So if you have a nav aid, an old school nav aid,
right,
such as
the Hamburg VOR.
Let's go into details.
As I live in Hamburg, this is all very familiar to me.
So we now have this new GPS cross-check button, and if I click on it here, what it's going to allow me to do is, if I tune into the Hamburg VOR, and I have DME, I can tell what radial I'm on and what DME I'm on, and it will tell me if the relative to my GPS position.
So I enter here, I just enter the numbers that I read off the VOR.
Say we're south of the VOR by 10 miles.
Right.
And we calculate it. It's going to tell us our position is off by
3,640 miles, because we're in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
But given all of the, jamming and issues that are happening around the world with GPS, this is a great tool for folks that when they're flying to make sure if they feel like there's an anomaly with their GPS or aren't confident in it, this provides a great tool for them to double check and really understand.
Nice.
So
nice.
Really good. So
I didn't even know that existed.
No, I mean, there's so many features and capabilities in the app. Sometimes it takes years to learn it.
But still, I mean, or two key messages that we kind of send in all of these live streams is, one, update the app regularly, otherwise you will just miss out on all these features.
And keep an eye on your email. Go to the ForeFlight.com/resources. So every time we release a feature, we put it out there. And one of the other common things that we find most people don't even know is if you click on the Discover tab. So inside here, if you click on the Discover tab, you're going to find a couple resources. One is the What's New. So if you come to this tab, now you'll see it when you update the app, it pops up. But if you ever want to go back to it, maybe you're just getting ready to fly and don't have time to think about it.
So it's more Discover.
Come back, and then you can see, so here's Clear NOTAMs. We have all of the things that are coming out and that we've released, and you got a history of it, so you can go back and glance and see what might be relevant to you. And then we also, under the education section, have all of our video content. So right from the app, they can get up to speed on what's new and learn about it.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, if someone tried ForeFlight like 2 years ago or something like that, then they will go and automatically apply for a 30-day trial now, they will be rejected because their email is known.
Correct.
And they can fix that, right, by sending you an email.
Correct.
Yes. So you can't do that every other month, but
Well, we'd love. For us, the app, we we put so much energy into bringing out new features and new capabilities.
Right.
So we love to do this and share it with everybody.
Yeah. But so if someone tried the app for 2 years,
so someone who's tried it and maybe didn't feel it was a fit for them 3 years ago, they should absolutely come and try it again. There's so much more capability, just that we put in there that more and more. And I'm excited that Dynamic Procedures has finally come to Europe. We've got some of the big meaty things that I think your users will enjoy.
And I mean, a while ago you released European logbooks.
Last year was
still
European
being
logbook.
improved on,
Absolutely.
I think,
absolutely,
continually. But and there's still maybe some detail snatches because the system is just so different from the US.
Yes.
But it's very usable. I do use it.
Great.
So, I mean, that's something to look at too, because digital logbooks are.
I'm all digital.
Yeah, me too.
So
it's just so much easier to do the sums, right? Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, James.
My pleasure, Thomas.
Thanks a lot. And
it's great to talk.
Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen, dass ihr dabei wart. Und probiert das neue ForeFlight aus. Nächste Woche kommt das nächste Update. Next week. That's what I said.
No, very good.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for watching.